What's up, guys? Boy, do I have some tea for you. I have a lot of actually some crazy stories, man. Like you guys probably could tell by my personality that I've probably been through a lot, but I definitely have been through quite a bit. And today I have a lot of tea to spill. And it is of an incident that happened like a long time ago. I'd say about like 2 years ago, but I thought it was funny. Every time I think about it, I kind of chuckle a little bit. So I figured I could share with you. And it's the time your boy pissed himself. Now, I won't even lie, man. Like, some people are too embarrassed to admit it. Nah, man, I definitely did it, but we'll get straight into it, man. So it started off with a date, right? I met this chick off of this dating app called POF, and if you guys have, and it stands for Plenty of Fish. For those for those using dating apps and stuff like that, yo, like, I'm not sure if it's still this way, but Plenty of Fish, it was a sketchy ass app, bruh. Anyways, so what happened was, you know, I met up with this girl, whatever, right? We went to the movies. Well, we actually wound up eating first at this place. It was dope, this awesome restaurant. We had a good ass time. We kind of poked fun at each other, you know, the small talk and stuff like that, vibed like really well. We left, we ended the night off on a really good note. We went home, that was that. So we met up the next day, because we weren't planning on seeing each other for like another week, but we're like, hey, we had such a good time today, why not do it again tomorrow? And you know, I think we went out on a Thursday, and the next day we went out was a Friday. So Friday night, I get off work, meet up with her. We plan on going to the movies, but I was dog tired, yo. I'm not even gonna lie, I was dog tired. I'm like, I probably shouldn't even hang out, man. Like, I'm super tired, whatever. And I'm like, hey, I had the brilliant idea of like, let's go to a fucking movie. Like, why not? Go to a movie. I could probably take a nap, because I always sleep through movies, man. That's like, the movie theater is dark, it's comfortable, it's whatever. Most people would be making out in a theater, and like, I would be slumped. I'm like, I mean, sometimes, you know, like, you gotta get it in, like, where you can, like, in a theater, if, you know, if the vibes are right. If the vibes are right between you and the person, then, you know, do what you gotta do. But I was tired. I normally use the theater just to fall asleep. So I went there. I'm like, hey, cool, you want to check out a movie, blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, cool, whatever, no big deal. So we go to this movie, right? And, you know, I was like, I guess we were talking, we're having a good time, but I was tired, and I think she could kind of pick up on it, because I was acting like really, like, I was just kind of mildly cranky a little bit. And I mean, I wasn't like a dick or anything. I just like was just a little tired or whatever. But anyways, we go in the theater, and the commercials are starting, right? So I'm just chilling in the theater, like, you know, doing my thing. And mind you, like, we got to the theater as the movie like was already in, like, well, it was already kind of playing a little bit, like just the trailers, nothing, like, not the actual movie itself. So we bought our tickets, got our food, blah, 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 went up, and mind you, I paid for everything. It's crazy. So I paid for everything. We go up to the movie theater. We pick like the middle row. Theater's kind of packed. I forgot what movie we were watching, but we were sitting down, and then, like, you know, movies playing, and I'm sitting there, and then, like, you know, she says something, I don't even remember what it was, but I like wound up dozing off, and then I feel somebody nudging me, and she's like, are you serious right now? Like, are you serious right now? So I'm like, oh, what? And she's like, why did we even come here? Like, if you're just gonna sit here and sleep. And in my mind, I'm like, I figured you could just, you know, watch the movie while I sleep. So after, you know, I wake up, maybe I'm recuperated. I could recuperate and stuff like that. I'm like wide awake, and we could go and, like, I don't know, do something else, like have fun or whatever. But anyways, so I wake up, and she's yelling at me and stuff like that. She's like, you know what? We don't even need to be here. So just as the movie is starting, because mind you, I hadn't even slept that much. I like maybe got like 5 minutes. So the trailers had just started finishing, right? And she already wants to leave, bruh. So I'm like, fine, whatever. So I get up, me and her kind of leave the theater and stuff. And I'm like, damn. And she's like, hey, like, oh my God, like, that was so terrible, blah, blah, blah. Like, why would you take me to the movies if all you're gonna do is sleep? And so I got flack from that, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. So I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. I probably should have hit you up for like to hang out at a different time, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, hey, well, I can go home if that's, you know, if I'm not welcome here, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah. It's all good. It's all good. We'll have a good time. I'm probably just hungry. We'll go grab some food. So, you know, get in my car. Both of us get in my car. Because I had, like, I think I had picked her up earlier and stuff. But anyways, drive around. We hit up this like drive-through taco place. It was really weird, right? So drive-through tacos, like boom, we order like a bunch of tacos and like, you know, some like awesome food to go with it, other food and everything. And then we find this place outside and we sit and start eating and talking. So like I went from being in a bad mood to like, you know, I was actually feeling pretty good. I was just hungry and tired. So I'm just like, dang. But now like I'm like wide awake. I'm good to go. You know, I had this big thing of water I was chugging. I was living, you know what I mean? And like she was having a good time too. Like she's like, hey, listen, this was like, you know, one of the best dates I've ever been on, if not the best date I've ever been on. And I'm like, oh wow, like thank you. You know, chivalrous and everything. So we vibe, we talk. And then I'm like, hey, like, you know, I guess we gotta go. Like, you know, it's getting late, whatever. So I get in my car and I'm driving, and you know, this is where the shit goes down, man. The shit goes down from here. This is where you want to pull out your tea if you got it, because shit gets a little crazy. So I'm driving over to her place to drop her off, and like we get to like her parking lot and stuff like that. And mind you, it's a weird parking lot. So I park in the parking lot. Security is like over there watching my car, like, you don't belong here. Like, you're not a resident of this apartment complex type shit. And I'm in the car. We turn off the lights and stuff like that. We start talking for a little bit. And then, you know, things go down. Like, we made out a little bit and stuff like that. She's like, whoa. What are we? And I'm like, we're two people that know each other. You know, like, and she's like, oh, and like, you know, and I'm like, okay, it's like the second date, you know what I mean? So it's whatever. And I'm like, hey, like, you know, it was nice meeting you and everything, and I hope you have, like, you know, a good night and whatnot. And she's like, you don't want to come inside? Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, actually, I don't. Because low-key, at this point, I actually had to go to the bathroom, like, pretty bad. Like, I could feel it. Like, I was like, honestly, you know, the smart thing to do, I could have just gotten, you know, went over there, used the bathroom, and probably left. But I'm like, I want to just go to sleep. I was also still kind of tired and whatnot. I mean, I was, like, rejuvenated. But it was, at this point, probably, like, almost 1 a.m. So I'm like, nah, man, I'm kind of tired. It's all good, blah, blah, blah. You know, I appreciate it. I had a really good time tonight, whatever. But I don't know. I guess she got kind of offended and stuff. And she, like, opened the door. And she got, like, really, like, you know, upset with me and stuff like that. Slammed it in my face and left. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And then, no big deal, you know what I mean? So I pulled off. And I'm like, damn, like, this is crazy. I gotta go pee, yo. Like, I gotta pee. So I tried to, like, pull off in some cut, right? So first place I pulled off into was this little neighborhood. I'm like, cool, I could just go pee on a tree real quick and then leave. So I pulled off in this little cut, opened my car door, boom, and then like there were people in there like outside on their porch, just, you know, there like with their family watching and stuff, and I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't pee. Like, normally you can like go in an alley somewhere or something, you know, like if you have to go that bad, and it was getting that bad. So I got back in my car, I'm holding my piss, and I'm like, all right, cool. I live like maybe like 25 minutes away from my house, like where I'm at, right from like where I was at. So I'm like, fuck. So like I drive, and I'm like, yo, I really cannot hold this. I like all the stores were closed, restaurants were closed, fast food places were closed. I'm driving down the road as fast as I can, and I'm like, yo, I can't. I played some like crazy music. I turned the AC super low so I could distract myself, open the window, started singing along to the songs and stuff like that. I was like getting all into it, right? And just as I was like, you know, starting to feel a little better, I'm like, all right, cool. I was about like 5 minutes away from my apartment complex, and I'm like, yo, okay, cool, we're almost there, bet. And like, you know, as I pull up into my apartment complex, right, 5 minutes later, I, you know, get out of my car, but it was almost like my body kind of sensed that there'd be a toilet in the nearby vicinity or something, because I literally like Oh man, yo, like I ran up the stairs. I lived on the second floor, man. I ran up the stairs, and I'm like, oh shit. I was holding it, but you know, like I'm not sure if you guys have ever gotten to the point where you're on your last leg. Like if anything ever happens, like you're just gonna go. Like there's no stopping it. Like you've held it for way too long. Like I'm not sure if you've held your piss for like 10 hours before, but that's what it felt like. I held it for a good while. I'm pretty sure the last time I went to the bathroom that day was like maybe early in the afternoon, and like that was probably like 1 o'clock-ish, and at this point it was like almost 2 in the morning by the time I got back to my place, and I was holding it, dude, holding it. And so I'm like, cool, I pull my keys out, I'm trying to like, find the keys to find the right key to my door. I'm like, all right, cool. And then in the middle of me following my keys, I dropped the keys, dude. I fucking dropped the keys. Yo, my legs were shaking, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then I start feeling something wet on my leg, and I'm like, shit. And then yo, like I just like fuck, man. So I pissed myself, G. Not like completely soaked my shit, but like, oh man, like I pissed myself. So I like pick my keys up and I'm opening the doors, everything, and I'm like, fuck. And I ran inside, and my room was right around the corner. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. What made it worse, bruh, was my roommate was home. I had a roommate. And he's like, yo, what's going on? And he saw the whole stain all over my leg. And I'm like, bruh, I fucking pissed myself, yo. Open the laundry room so I could just beeline it there after I'm done using the bathroom and throw my shit in there. So he runs in, opens the door to the laundry room, whatever. And I go use the bathroom. And I'm like, bruh, like, oh my fucking God. And like, low key, like, man, it was bad, man. I kind of like, I was beyond the point of being embarrassed. I just fucking pissed myself, G. I'm just like, oh my fucking God. And I'm pretty sure, like, as I look back at it now, I think the entire time during the date, like, I had to pee. But I kind of just kept pushing it in the back of my mind. I'm like, whatever, I'll be home. Like, I'll just fucking use the bathroom, whatever. Don't hold your piss, yo. Do not hold your piss. I'm pretty sure there's like legit health problems or something that come with it. But like, I fucking pissed myself. That shit fucking sucked. And like, of course, my roommate clowned me and stuff. He's like, like, you pissed yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whatever. Like, whatever. So I had to wash all my clothes. I took like 4 showers and shit. And I'm like, good God, like, but I figured that would be like a quick little story I could tell you guys, like something embarrassing that happened to me. I have a lot, way more embarrassing stories than that, but crazy story. Yeah, it sucked, and you can call me a big old baby, like whatever, but hey, I had a good date at least. Like the date was alright, like, you know, whatever. It's just like, damn, like I fucking pissed myself. Like I'll never forget that shit. Never forget that shit. But anyways, guys, if you thought that shit was funny, go ahead, share with a friend. You're like, yo, this dude has an embarrassing story, boom, like, you know, go ahead, do your thing. If not, you know, it's cool, it was a story time, it was fun, whatever, it was lit. Oh man, yo, that shit, like, I mildly cringe every time I think about that, but I also laugh too, because I'm like, that was fucking funny. But anyways, guys, if you guys like that shit, go ahead, do your thing, like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun jazz. Coming at you guys with more content later, and until next time,